Security configuration guide for Windows products. OS hardening, key hardening techniques, commands and configurations, resources, patch management, best practices, commands, considerations for kiosk mode resources, embedded OS configuration, kiosk mode, setup process, commands, resources, STIG report generation and complaints, process, commands, resources, evaluation of security updates and vulnerabilities, process, considerations, resources, cumulative security update, packages, process, commands, example, deployment, script resources, OS hardening, operating system. OS hardening is the process of securing a Windows operating system by reducing its attack surface, thereby minimizing vulnerabilities that could be exploited by cyber threats. For products which are likely medical devices running Windows, hardening is critical to protect sensitive patient data and ensure compliance with regulations such as HIPAA. The following techniques and configurations are based on industry standards, including the Center for Internet Security (CIS) benchmarks and Microsoft security guidelines. Key hardening techniques: disable unnecessary services, turn off services not required for the device's function to reduce potential entry points. Remove unnecessary software, uninstall unused applications to minimize vulnerabilities. Apply security patches, regularly update the OS to address known vulnerabilities. Configure user permissions, enforce the principle of least privilege to limit user access, enable firewalls, restrict network traffic to only necessary ports and protocols, implement strong password policies, require complex passwords and regular updates, enable auditing and logging, monitor system activities to detect and respond to security incidents. Commands and configurations. Below are specific commands and configurations to implement OS hardening on a Windows system tailored for embedded devices. Reset local administrator password. Net user administrator new password. Ensures the default administrator account is a secure password. Disable administrator account. Net user administrator / active no. Disables administrator account when not needed, reducing unauthorized access risk. Rename administrator account. Use group policy. Computer configuration. Windows settings, security settings, local policies, security options, accounts rename administrator account to rename the account, enhancing security by obscuring the default account name. Disable guest account, net user guest / active no, prevents unauthorized access via the guest account. Set password policies, open secpol.msc, navigate to account policies, password policy and configure minimum password length 12 characters. Password must meet complexity requirements enabled. Password history 24 passwords remembered. Maximum password age 90 days. Set static IP, new -net IP address, -interface alias, /Ethernet IP address 192.168.1.100 prefix length is 24 default gateway 192.168.1.1 configures a static IP for network stability. Set DNS servers. Set DNS client server address interface alias /Ethernet server addresses in parentheses 8.8.8.8, 8.8.4.4. Ensure reliable DNS resolution. Disable IPv6 if not needed. Disable -net adapter binding -name Ethernet component ID ms underscore TCP IP6. Reduces attack surface by disabling unused protocols. Install necessary features. Example IIS. Install -Windows feature -name Web-server installs only required roles to minimize vulnerabilities. Configure automatic updates in group policy: computer configuration, administrative templates, Windows components, Windows update, configure automatic updates, set to auto-download and schedule installation. Set NTP server w32tm/config/manual peer list in double quote time.windows.com/sync from flags manual/reliable:"yes/update net stop w32 time ampersand net start w32 time ensures accurate time synchronization for security logs. Configure firewall rules: new net firewall rule display name double quote allow http direction inbound protocol TCP local port 80 action allows only necessary network traffic. Disable unnecessary services, example print spooler. Set service name spooler startup type disabled. Stop service name spooler disables unused services to reduce vulnerabilities. Resources upguard Windows Server hardening checklist. CES benchmarks. Patch management. Patch management involves deploying and managing updates to address security vulnerabilities, bugs, and performance issues in Windows systems. For embedded devices, careful patch management is essential to maintain security without disrupting critical medical operations. Best practices: regular updates. Check for and apply updates monthly, aligning with Microsoft's Patch Tuesday. Testing: test patches in a lab environment to ensure compatibility with applications. Automation: use tools like Windows Server Update Service (WSUS) or Microsoft Endpoint Configuration Manager for efficient patch deployment. Prioritization: focus on critical security patches to address high-risk vulnerabilities. Monitoring: track patch status to ensure all devices are up to date. Commands: check for updates. USO client start scan initiates a scan for available updates. Download updates. USO client start downloads available updates. Install updates. USO client start installs downloaded updates. Configure automatic updates in group policy. Computer configuration. Administrative templates. Windows components. Windows update. Configure automatic updates set to desired behavior. Considerations for kiosk mode. For devices in kiosk mode, schedule updates during maintenance windows to avoid disrupting operations. Use MDM solutions like Intune for centralized management if devices are part of a managed network. Resources: PDQ patch management best practices, Microsoft security baselines, embedded OS configuration kiosk mode. Configuring a Windows OS for kiosk mode restricts the device to running specific applications, enhancing security and usability for dedicated medical devices. This is particularly relevant for embedded device systems or devices configured for specific purposes. Setup process: create a kiosk user account, create a local user account, example kiosk user for kiosk mode. Configure assigned access, use assigned access for single app kiosk mode, suitable for most devices. Alternative methods: use Shell Launcher for Win32 apps or MDM solutions like Intune for advanced configurations. Command: setup assigned access, set-assigned access-username, kiosk user-app user mode ID, model ID, Microsoft Edge underscore 8WEKYB38D double BWE exclamation Microsoft Edge. Configures the kiosk user account to run only Microsoft Edge. Disable Windows key optional: modify registry H key current user, create D word disabled hotkeys. Microsoft assigned access documentation, Microsoft Intune kiosk settings. STIG report generation and compliance, security technical implementation guides. STIGs from DISA provide detailed security configurations for Windows systems. For STIG compliance may align with Regulatory requirements ensuring robust security for medical devices. Process download the relevant STIG Windows 10 STIG from DoD Cyber Exchange. Use STIG Viewer to create a checklist. Assess the system manually or with tools like Power STIG. Update configurations to address non-compliant settings. Reassess to confirm compliance. Commands. Generate STIG checklist. Import -module Power STIG. New -STIG checklist -STIG version. A single quote Windows 10 -output path C colon backslash path backslash 2 backslash checklist.ckl creates a checklist file from STIG viewer. Example configuration disable SMB v1 set -SMB server configuration -enable SMB1 protocol $false addresses a common STIG requirement. Resources DoD Cyber Exchange STIG's Power STIG GitHub. Evaluation of security updates and vulnerabilities. Evaluating monthly security updates and vulnerabilities ensures products remain secure without compromising functionality. This involves reviewing Microsoft's Patch Tuesday updates, testing them and assessing their impact. Process review updates from Microsoft Update Catalog. Identify relevant updates for the OS version. Test updates in a lab environment. Assess vulnerabilities using tools like Nessus. Prioritize critical patches based on severity. Considerations. For medical devices, updates must not disrupt critical operations. Compliance with regulations like HIPAA or FDA standards may influence prioritization. Resources Microsoft Update Catalog, Nessus Vulnerability Scanner, Cumulative Security Update Packages. Creating a cumulative package for security updates ensures products can be updated efficiently with minimal disruption. Process identify the OS version example Windows 10 21H2. Download the latest cumulative update from Microsoft Update Catalog. Create a deployment script or instructions. Test the package in a lab environment. Deploy the package to production devices. Commands install update wusa.exe path to MSU file /quiet/no restart. Installs updates silently without immediate restart. Example deployment script @echo of echo. Installing Windows updates. wusa.exe update 1.msu/quiet/no restart. wusa.exe update 2.msu/quiet/no restart. Echo updates installed. Restart required. Pause. Resources Microsoft Update Catalog.